everybody, welcome back to GregTech New Horizons episode 128 with me, Sid. And I've been busy, I've been poddling around. I just thought we had a spider down here. Have you drowned or something? Apparently so, okay, well that's fine. One less thing to worry about. So, I've been poddling around the place. And first things first, I've chopped out the floor up here. It's not perfect, we can't get past those machines, but they're going to move. Probably down here for now, but you know, we'll work that out. That is enough space to put my periodic table wall. Once we also need to take that window out. And I've also, down there, I've just done the structural work to make the first part of the villager trading hall. I've lit it up from above just for aesthetics. I didn't really need to. And down here we've got this little checker pattern. We've got room for what? 3, 6, 12, 24 villagers on this floor. With room for some chesticles in these, and we can make it so we can open them for storing tradables and all of that stuff. So that's the thing I said I'd do this time. There's a cat scratching at my door and I'm going to go and kill him in a minute. He stopped. I think he heard me. and yeah, you know, we've done that. More importantly, or at least most importantly from perspective of this, is I have done all of the stainless steel. Bar one. There is 1 litre of oxygen in there. And there we go. So we're going to finish the stainless steel quest this episode. You can see it hammering down that steam. It just goes down so fast. Yeah, we'll obviously be moving wiring around and stuff. I will probably change this up to annealed copper just to get the loss down. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but you know, needs doing. So that's the thing. Now, what I'm actually going to get done this episode, well, I'm not entirely sure. Because I've also got a whole load of bits in my to-do list of, some of this is quest items, some of these are I'd like them, and yeah, it just lends itself to this. So we can come in here. And we can claim this. We don't get much for it, but that's fine. We do get stainless taking too long. Time for a second EBF. We're making it faster in 3 ways. Better coils, higher tier energy hatches, or adding more furnaces. It's probably time to add a second EBF to your base. Multi-block machines can share casings, mufflers and input-output buses, but not maintenance hatches. You can share the auto ones though. Remember, pollution will be very high. No, it won't. But that's fine, and we'll get some stuff for it. And this is a thing. Mine are medium voltage, aren't they? Yes. So I could actually put a second EBF in here, like that, and then we could have the output hatches, not the maintenance hatch, and the input hatches. We could try to, well, we could actually do them. It's going to be difficult. I'm not even going to go there yet. That's something for another time. However, this can go in here. I want 4 of those, and they can go in there with that stainless steel. The 4 of those that I need are for there. I need 2 for that actually. Okay, not 4, I need 2. Okay, let's do this sensibly. You don't need them for that, so that's all good. So I'm going to need those at some point. Let me eat something. So I suppose the first thing I want to do is move my villagers down from their current squat on the top floor here over there. I also have I got a chesticle or something, or have I got enough room to actually... I just do not trust upgrading things when they've got things in them. However, we can take you off, go back down 1. I need 10 emeralds, and we can get that upgraded to the villager chest, backpack even. And we'll see if it keeps its contents. Well, at least it's water anyway. Let's just sleep our time off so I'm not faffing around. Right, you want that and that, and you will give me that. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't trust it. Take those and put that lot back in. And now I've got a villager backpack. How stupid does that look? Okay, what have you got now? Oh, protection 2 chest plate for diamond. Oh, he's just giving you protection 2, but that's fine. Right, let's get these. And then we can take this lot out. So that's tidied up, and we'll just stick that in there with the rest of the blocks. Okay, and now we'll take those down to our clean and sanitary and ethically friendly villager trading floor. I still need to look at villager breeding, because I'm pretty convinced that in this version it is possible to smelt them down for emeralds. They're in the hoops. They can't hear me. In you go, and in you go. Can't get out because of the slabby jab. What are you trading for? Peanuts. Artichokes, and they do sensible quantities on these ones as well. 16 are not stupid numbers. The difference is they don't have much utility, but we'll leave these guys down here. Let's go and snag some more, and for that we're going to use the Launcherator 6000, and we're going to head over to the nearest village and depopulate it. I mean borrow some villagers. I may also try something if I things. Where's my get you? Okay, and I haven't used this in ages actually. If I put my backpack thing on, then I could have just steam jetpack to across as well, which, you know, would have been another way of handling this. But we have got the village here, and then there's a small village there, and then you have to get further out before you. So we've got plenty of testificates to choose from. Such a lovely way to travel. So peaceful. Safe from all of the mobs and the nastiness that goes on down there. Right, I think they all kind of congregated at this end of the village. I think that end was largely depopulated, and I think there's a very good chance that half of them have killed themselves on cactuses by now. Testificates should not be allowed to build near cactuses. They just don't have the skills to survive in this hostile environment. Oh, hello, a little bit of a draft there. Yeah, they don't have the skills to survive in this environment. Can't even see any. There's one there, look, but it's only a farmer. Still, he may do for my experiment. There's another one. I think he might be a butcher off the top of my head. You, sir, what are you? You are trading coal for emeralds. You're a blacksmith then, aren't you? Don't really want you, but we'll take you for the experiment. You're a peanut guy. I've got lots of peanuts. You can come. The farmers are always going to be valuable, just because they and you are trading saplings. Okay, come on. Right, that's that. I don't think, unless I see anything running around in here that screams grab him. Then you underground or something? You're down there, aren't you? Yes, you are. What are you? Gold for an emerald. Yeah, that ain't happening, is it? Right, yeah, not helping me. So what we'll do is we'll take you off. We'll put you on. Oops, we'll fudge my keys. And we'll head back with these ones. Not a huge, great selection though. I think the breeder is probably the way to go. The breeder and the melt. I mean, yeah, we've got to experiment with that yet, haven't we? So we'll head back, and I will see you in a moment. All right. First things first. Time for an experiment. No villagers were harmed in the making of this program. There's, as best as I can tell, no emerald in there. Just blood. Let's get the copper out for starters. That's probably as good a point as any. Can I cast a blood block? I can't. And I probably need the pan cast to there you go. So we've got a fair amount of blood in there, but no emerald. Do I? Let's try another one. No, you can't smelt them for emeralds. Well, it had to be. We had to find out, didn't we? We'll stick those two away. We're going to take our one remaining villager. Okay. I wonder whether that should be the title of the episode. No villagers were harmed in the making of this episode. Maybe. Who knows? Knowing my luck, I didn't do the one I wanted, but they're villagers. They're not that important. So hello. Right, what have you got? Peanut guy. Okay. So we can go up and grab some peanuts and we can go and trade with them. Which is a bonus. Not from that floor. Definitely not from that floor. This floor. I do need to redo these because these troughs are not getting enough light down on the subject to grow them all. As you can see, some of them just don't grow at all. So yeah, they need a little bit of work. Still, we've got a few peanuts. Let's go and see what we get when we trade with these guys. And with them being down here, they're going to be quiet, which of course is you want celery, okay. Well, you can't have celery. No, you shouldn't change because I've not unlocked your most recent trade. There. Right. Anyway, enough with the villagers for that. That's kind of a pet project which will continue on in the background. There is something I do want with the villagers, and that is we want to go and make a villager trading station. Because if I get lots of villagers in there, then I need a means of trading with them all easily. Because there could be 3 or 4 floors of villagers if I can get the right ones. So that's why the trade station and the trading post is on my to-do list. But before we do that, the integrated logic circuit wafer is, you can do that with a ruby, I think, in a medium voltage. Spinel ruby. Yes, you can. I only need one of each. You've already got a ruby. You can have one of those. And you can make me one of those. We can get rid of that one. Now this one needs a green sapphire lens. I think we've got the green lens over here of some description. What we got? Diamond, emerald. The use for an emerald can be used to make Yeah. No, I'm going to need a sapphire one, aren't I? You don't make that. That's interesting. So, what do I need? Green sapphire. One of them. I'm going to try and say those. Green sapphire. Looks to be basically green sapphire. So I need a green sapphire lens. So if I want a green sapphire lens, I need to lathe an exquisite green sapphire or a green sapphire plate. Do I even have that? Exquisite emerald, I've got a flawless green sapphire. I don't appear to have a block of green sapphire. We can compress 9 green sapphire. Oh good, that's, and then we chop you up. Okay, we can work that. Compress, the compressor there, that will do me. Boop-a-doop-doo. Then we cut that into plates and then we lathe the plate. Okay, I'll get that done quickly in the machines and I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, change of plan. The plate won't work because I need a medium voltage lathe and I don't have one of those right now, and I really, whilst I will need to make one, I don't feel like making it right now. The other way is to get an exquisite green sapphire, which we can get by sifting green sapphire, and we can get green sapphire in the twilight. So if I were to do this, what I am looking for God, it's there you go, sapphire, any of the sapphire. In fact, straight over here, look, might beat up that Enderman if he's still there. Could do without the rain, mind, but you know, you're hiding underground, aren't you? Yes, you are. Okay, we'll leave you to it. Let's go to the first sapphire on the list and have a look for some green sapphire. There you go. Not a problem. Right. Let's get that on. No, get that on. Get that on. Let's just stop any unwanted visitors. And then we'll run through this structure and we'll get it all. We'll basically mine up all of the green sapphire when at the same time as we'll get this other stuff, the pyrope and blue sapphire. We'll probably want a blue sapphire lens at some point, but let's not get sidetracked. I could use the hammer, but should I use the hammer? Maybe I should. Maybe I should. Yeah, why not? Because we can do the same with that. That will macerate to crushed green sapphire, which we can then sift. Oh, and need to bear in mind that this might not be the friendliest environment. But doesn't matter. Press on. I'll be back in a bit. Alright, we've come back with some stuff. I would not mind that vein out even close, but we've got a couple of stacks of emerald, sapphire even I should say, another sapphire and stuff to do with. So I think there's a good chance we can get an exquisite from that once we start sifting. It's going to take a while because sifting is not the fastest process, but c'est la vie. We can kidnap villagers or something while we're waiting, I suppose. So first thing, oh, are you full? Yes, you are. Okay, that dirt can go in there then. First things first. I went through and grabbed a few additional I had more than that, didn't I? I could have sworn oh, maybe I didn't have 64, maybe that was a smaller quantity. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. We will persevere with 60 with that many. Let's stick those in, take 1, 2, 3, 4, stick those in, put those in there, and we can go and we can deal with that and that can go in there, that can go in there. Let me get those emeralds actually. That lot. Still getting screwed over by inventory. Shut up. By inventory space, aren't I? What are you? Tanzanite. You might be. You might exist somewhere in one of these two, but you don't. Overflow chest. Always the same, always. So, if I were to put you through you can't go through a sifter like that, so I need to wash you and then you'll go through a sifter and there's a 3% chance of an exquisite per. If I were, and I don't think I can, if I take you and were to macerate you, that can't be sifted, can it? No. So basically I just need to wash this lot and then sift it, and that will give me a chance of getting the thing that, as I say, I'm going to have to make the medium voltage lathe at some point, but I really don't want to do it now. I'm just going to go and wash this while that does its thing. And yeah, I mean, we're not putting it through, because if we were to put that through a ore washer, there's a chance of getting alumina dust, which, alright, yeah, maybe, kinda. If we put it through a thermal centrifuge, you get that, but that doesn't give me anything there. It's got to be this one. So gib, and let's go sift. Let's sift again. No, maybe not. And while it's sifting, we can go off and do some kidnapping. Basic sifting machine, in you go, because this is slow. You can see how slow it is. But a 3% chance per one is better than a kick in the face. I should get at least one exquisite from this. Maybe. I mean, sometimes you don't get anything. That's the other thing. This is a basic, so I'm going to guess when you put the improve the machine, you get more chance. That would seem like a reasonable one. Because if we look at you in the sifting machine, LV. I'm curious. That's just find me a. Doesn't actually seem advanced. Doesn't seem any better, does it? No. Okay. Very quick though. You're going to use a hell of a lot of power. Alright, that's going to do its thing. I am going to go and borrow some more villagers. I'm going to head out to a different village, I think, though, just to think. Let me just have a look at the map, see what we've got. Get rid of you. We've got a little village down here. Might have something that's worthwhile borrowing. And there's a village to the north. Let's go to the north. Big village. More chance of having an interesting, different villager. Fly, my pretty. Back in a mo. Alright. Progress has been made. Let me go over here. So we put a pile of this. I've still got 64 sapphire to go through, but we have got a whole load of it. Let me stick those in. I want one of those, and that is going to go in the lathe, the low voltage lathe, to make the lens that we want and so richly deserve, which will then allow us to make this, which goes in the medium voltage, so that's fine. I probably need to get another chest, don't I, over there. I've also got a whole pile of crap here. This is for that and that. So, yeah, that's a thing we can make quickly. And then we've got, these are, that's just a random quest, may do it, but this one I think is going to be quite important. So we'll probably try and get that one done. That requires some stuffs though. We'll see how we go. Because this is taking longer than I thought it was going to do. Let me go and get a chest while that does its thing. Well, it's unsurprising. There's always a little curveball in this game. Especially GregTech. GregTech basically goes, how can I screw you up? I know, let's do the tiny chest would be funny, but it's not really what I'm looking for. I think I can put you through an assembler, can't I? On program 8. Yeah, let's go and do that. Boo-ba-doo-doo. Get a chest. May as well get a few chests. Get many chests. And I think you are a assembler, program 8. Bang, off you go. You're nearly done. Hopefully by the time you're done, you'll have a chest for me. Almost there, thank you. And that is spare. Come on, it's a chest. How hard can it be? How hard can it be? Bing. There we go. Right, let us go and do this, and then we can see what the next step is. So that is... No, I don't think I can put that on top of that, can I? Let me just stick you there for now. This is all moving anyway, so we've got one of you. And we're going to get one of you. And then we take you and we put you through a medium voltage cutting machine. Just put it straight through a medium voltage cutting machine. Not that simple. And that will make me those and those. Wow, you get a lot for one of those, don't you? Way more than you get for the logic one anyway. Look at that. Quite an effective thing seen for a 2D. I mean, you know, you could imagine if that was 3D and had like all the animation inside. It'd be quite cool, but probably unnecessary. So we can get rid of you. We take those, and that goes in. That's going to make me a pile of those eventually. In the meantime, what do I need? I need a dispenser. Okay, we can go and quickly throw that together. Boop, boop. And then that together. And that goes in an assembler. May not be a thing. That just goes in an assembler, so I suppose we could just use that one. Save us walking over there. That'll give us that. This may or may not be a quest item. Probably not a quest item, but that's fine. I didn't expect it to be, so no significant loss. Those, however, are a quest. Oh, hello. No, not that. Those were a quest item. Where was the other one? It was this, and I wanted that. It was the other thing I needed to make. So this is just a most efficient way to process rubiole, better than electrolysis, and it gives me chrome dust. Yeah, that was all that does. But let's go back and have a look at you. I've got both of those, so I might as well take that. And then we're into integrated circuit. In order to make HV machines, you need HV circuits. First one you can make is the advanced circuit from IC2. You need to make LV circuits to make MV circuits to make the HV circuits. Of course you do. So integrated circuit. Oh, it's basically these. So it's essentially the same as a basic circuit, except but it has integrated logic in it. Okay. Well, that was interesting. I'm not sure whether we're going to push that bit right now. Why have I got I only need one red alloy rod, that's right, okay. I can go and put that away. And that can go in the thing. But we do need to do this. However, let's start off, because I made this for a reason, and the reason was down here. There's one or two villagers down here now. I haven't gone mad. I mean, I've only done this. Let's have this in here. And we can click on that, then I can just see that I can do various trades. So these are presumably the ones. Why? So I can take you, and that will allow me to work through the trades. Not as powerful as I remember. I seem to remember that giving me all of the trades, but maybe it doesn't. Okay, doesn't matter. In fact, because we're probably not going to have anything better to take as a screenshot, let us get that. There we go. That's probably our screenshot for the episode. And let's go and let's start with. Well, we'll start with a bit of the move actually and the controllers. So I'm going to make start getting what we need to make the draw controller, because I'd like to make my storage drawer system, not so much this one because this is completely automated anyway, but this one I would like to make it automatic. So we're going to need 2 stainless steel plates. I should have somewhere a rolling machine. Now, I did get an advanced rolling machine, so you can just do those. You can have that, and you can have those. Then I need 2 obsidian plates and a diamond plate. I had obsidian plates. They were from when I was carrying those around with an aim to making hoofer and a diamond plate. Okay, I think I've got a diamond plate kicking around. Yes, I do. Again, critical mass again. See, this is the point where things start working. So I need a drawer of any type, and then we're into these comparators, 2 of them, I think. Yes. So let's go and get the drawer. Of which I'm sure I've probably got one kicking around somewhere. Or not. Surprised. Very surprised actually. Okay. Check the other one, make sure I've not. No. So let's make a drawer. It doesn't matter what drawer it is, does it? These are all the. No, I'll just give me a bloody drawer. Okay, let's try that. Just a drawer. Slabs and of any type, as long as it's 8 of them, and a chest. Well, we can handle that. We had put a load of chests on, didn't we? Doo-doo. There we go. like a cat. Right, and slabbage gives me a draw. Thank you. Right, then we need a medium voltage thingy-mabobbit zoojama-flob. Now for that I need a phenolic circuit board, which needs 8 gold wires, so 4 gold. We've got plenty. Wire mill's over there, isn't it? And then we need to pull the rest of it together, don't we? I know I've got the integrated circuit, so we're good there. Get there eventually. Oh God, no. What have I done? I've gone and screwed this up, haven't I? I can make foil, but foil doesn't give me... Oh, there's a PCB factory. Interesting. Okay. So I can melt you back to ingots, I believe. I wanted the wire mill, idiot. Let me just go and melt this back to an ingot, and we'll see what's what. And then we need to get into this lot. And I think I've got some of these, but some of them I'm fairly certain I don't have. We'll work it out once we get there. Let's get the circuit done first. In fact, let me just go and put this stuff away. That. We've got quite a lot of medium voltage loop bags, which is nice. Those can go away as well, don't need them. Now the draw controller isn't going to work on my periodic table for the areas where I'm running liquids, but I can accept that. That's fine. So let me pull this together and I'll be back in a second. Alright, we have everything we need to make the last 2 bits, those 2 comparators. Here is that. Here is the start of our comparators. So what we need to do is we are going to not solidifier, fluid extractor. I'm going to get 10 molten redstone. God, redstone's got a complicated chemical formula, hasn't it? Who worked that out? Because I mean, redstone is made up. It's not a thing. So somebody sat there and went, oh, if redstone were real, what would it be? Which you've got to have a lot of respect for. Right, anyway, but while we're doing this, so these, no, let's try that again. These, in an assembler, redstone program 1. Program 1, molten redstone, 10 of those. And then each of those is going to require 1 cathode, which is in an assembler no program, 1 of those and 1 of those. That we can handle. Albeit slowly. So I'll be back in a moment. Alright, we have been over around 50 minutes as well, I just realised. So yeah, there's that. That will give me the 2 comparators. I did like Project Red for that particular mechanic of assembling these things, and the fact that they were placed in the world. These are not just, you know, crafting ingredients, you actually place circuits in the world. They were brilliant. So, don't think that is a quest item, surprisingly. Storing, that's all about power. Yeah, that's surprisingly not a quest item. We did actually have a quest that we completed. I killed an enderman, so we'll take that. Another useless heart and some stuff. So the last thing, or the thing I'm going to start, we're not going to complete it on camera, I'm going to complete it between episodes, but I am going to start by, oh dear, okay, do that. I'm going to start by, oh, that's not going to work very well, is it, if I use these things for storage. Now these hold 64 stacks, that holds 64 stacks as well, does it? I don't know. I may need to change out those for these. 64 stacks per drawer, 64 stacks, 64 64s. Yeah, they hold 64 each. Those are upgradable, but then so are these, aren't they? Yes. So I think we are going to be putting these in where those are. Now these, what I could do is do tanks and cells, but that's going to get quite expensive, and that is obviously an ultra low voltage. That's a low voltage, but that's about the only way I'm going to be able to do this. So the plan is these will come across into this, and we're going to move the storage into this facility, and that building eventually is going to go, and we're going to get more of this industrial infrastructure in here. That's my planage. Now I am going to just do that. Yes, these do allow spawns, so we need to make sure that these are spawn safe, at least till everything's in place. So that can go there, and then I can start bringing the rest of the stuff across. I am going to need more oak drawers, but that's fine, that's easy to make. And that's something to start with for next episode, I think, and then we can start working on this lot. So yeah, missed the first two, missed one. So it's just probably easier to get this like that, and then we can put the first two in as well. So there's a little bit of work to do here, but ultimately we should be good to get this in place. What I probably do need to do is just keep on putting torch above. Why have I got barium dust in my inventory? Don't know. Anyway, on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.